Better late than never, here's the ballot review for Week 11 of the Indy Ball poll. This is for the week of August 11th. We kick it off this week with number one spot. It goes to Lancaster. We have an Atlantic League team remaining in that top spot, but a new face here. They've done the best out of all the Atlantic League teams this week. They are most likely to move up. And once again, it's been a week of relative mediocre play on the top part, but a lot of competition at the bottom stage here. Lancaster just happened to rise above it. They're a hot team. Hopefully they'll keep it up going into next week. Coming into 2-hole is our traditional number one, which is the High Point Rockers. They've been sliding off a bit like York has. They haven't really been killing it for me in my eyes, so they are going to drop here, but they still do feel like the best overall team. But at a certain point, results still do matter. As we said with York, same principle has to apply with High Point. Looking at the 3 spots, Sioux City slides down a little bit this week. Only one spot. They still do appear to be the best team in the American Association. They have a difficult slate coming up this week that they are largely handling fairly well, although the games against Lincoln still do linger in my mind, and that is part of the reason for their descent. In a similar boat goes Long Island. They move up from the 5 spot to the 4 spot this week. The series against Hagerstown is one reason why they're not the number one overall team. I was fully preparing to rank them 1 or 2, but then dropping a couple games to Hagerstown, it's just something that the best overall team just would not do. And the fact that one of them was a blowout does stick out to me. I still do believe they are a top tier contender for the North, and they are still likely to make the postseason one way or another. However, this week, that little blemish is going to hold them from moving into the top 3. I expect them to be there next week, but we will see. Coming in at 5 is yet another Atlantic League team in the Lexington Legends. This is a team that's been doing very well. They have a big show-me set against Gastonia essentially all of this week. We'll see if they can't hold out. I think they're going to continue their move up here. Again, it's a modest rise, but they do have the opportunity to really jump up if there's some slackers in front. I think this team could be a little bit better than we expected here, but they are still just not full confidence in my mind. Going into the 6th spot, we have a bit of a big jump here. Fargo goes from 9 to 6. This is the hottest team in the association. They're making a solid case that, hey, we could be the most dangerous team in the postseason if it were to start today. Again, a show-me series against Sioux City this week. They have some other games coming up where I'm going to be interested to see how they handle things. Could they be a top 3 team? Potentially, but doubtful. Could they fall out of the top 10? Potentially, but doubtful. They're a team that I think is in a very good position to rise or fall, but not likely to stay the same going into next week. We go to the 7th spot. We have Schaumburg. They are a big drop this week. They go from 4 to 7. They've struggled a bit as of recent. I am curious to see if they're able to hold on to some of the success they've had. They made some big moves at the deadline, picking up Pindell, Rydell, and adding Lopez back into the bunch as well. They're making a playoff push. Let's see if that can push them up the rankings as well. New face for the first time in a long time appears on this ranking for me, and that is the Tri-City Valley Cats, a very hot team in the Frontier League. They have broken in here, are going to be getting some games against New York this week. They're going to have some more difficult games as well. They've been very hot. They're low-key pushing Quebec a bit. I think they're going to run out of road before they're able to really seriously scare them. But the fact that they're even in a position at all does speak volumes about them in my mind. So good on Tri-City. I think they can definitely move up if they have a good week. However, they seem to be a top 10 team now, and that's a testament to the work they're putting in. Coming in at 9 is another new face, the Lake Erie Crushers, a team that is in first place in their division right now, more benefit of schedule than anything else, but they are putting up a good fight against a good Washington team. They look to be one of the top teams in the Frontier League, a league that has had some really good performers so far this year. They are one of those mushy middle teams when it comes to the poll where you could put them at 9, you could put them at 10, you could put them at 14, and all those spots would be correct. Curious to see if they can stick around with some quality play. Hopefully they can. If not, then hey, they got a goal to shoot for. And finally, rounding out our top 10 this week is the York Revolution, a team that a few weeks ago I said would be very hard pressed to fall out of the top 10. And right now they're hanging on by the skin of their teeth. They just have not looked very good in the second half. I understand that once you're in, there's a little incentive here, But still, again, it has just been fairly rough sledding from them. I'd like to see a lot out of them this week to really hold on to that top 10 spot, because there are certainly some wolves at the door for that number 10 spot. So we will return in 2 weeks for another ballot review. Will not be around next week to record it, so instead you may just have to look on the socials to see how I voted. But until we speak again, don't forget to play ball.